Big Sam's in the hot seat now at the weekend for Leeds. What a game, Leeds-Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't put it against him, just lifting the salsa for a couple of games. I mean, Newcastle have got so much to play for as well, haven't they? So, I mean, people will say Newcastle will just scrape it, like I think Ray predicted 2-1 or something like that, and they will do that. But you just never know, Leeds. When they have a good day, they have a good day.
Neil, I've got to ask you about, you've been in this situation before, and you get to the last 2 or 3 games, there's so much at stake, and it could go down to that last game. How do you keep everyone calm, like in the dressing room areas, because they know what's at stake? They a couple of bad performances, you could be playing in that championship next year. Yeah. Do you change anything in training, or do you try and keep it the same? What would you do as a manager?
I think you've got to be a little bit light-hearted, Ray, if I'm honest. I mean, I just use a lot of humour, really. I think to try and take it away, I'll probably have a go at one or two of the lads' clothes or stuff. Are you with me? And just break it up, because it is intense, no matter what you think. It is for the manager as well. I mean, I took a sleeping tablet before we played Sheffield United. I never slept a bit. So you just can't legislate for the feelings. But I think the managers just have to take the pressure off the lads, as if, just to make it a normal thing, even though it's not.
I think I was told that Palace have done that under Roy, a little bit more light-hearted, and then he gives them a day off regular, and it's just revitalised them.
Yeah, we've had quite a few days off. I mean, the lads, I just told the lads, think yourself lucky, I'm old-fashioned. Because when you get to this time of year, you're not going to get any fitter.
No.
I don't believe after January you get any fitter. I think it's all upstairs now. It's all in the mind and between the ears, what they think, what they can do, and, not to... I try to stress not to worry about making a mistake, especially the forwards. Have a go, and if you lose it, so what? And I think that type of thing, rather than a lot of managers going to, we've got to do this every session. We've got to think about the opponent, got to think about their strength and what they do. Whereas I don't think you think enough about what you can do, really.
Yeah.
So, keep on about what you're good at rather than what they're good at.
Well, by all accounts, Big Sam is taking individuals, aside and said, "This is what I want you to do. Just concentrate what you've got to do." Yeah. And I can also see Big Sam trying to organise defensively a lot better, Neil. Because that's the first thing you got to do when you're in that predicament, is not concede, especially early doors.
Yeah. Well, two out of my first 3 games, we lost 4-0. And so it was obvious we had to sort of work on that side. And I've watched Leeds this year, and I always say about Tottenham, and I wouldn't swap my back four for either of them. Yeah. Right? But I think Sam will have worked on it. I think you'll see a different back four now. I think they'll all know what they're doing, and whereas it just seemed to be do what you want, really, and and I haven't got a method where I think Sam will just give it that stability, really, where they all know what they want. Listen, it might not be good enough because Newcastle are a good side, but I think they'll give them a good game.
Neil, I've got to ask you about the Championship as well. I mean, it came to an end last week, and now the big one now, the playoffs, Coventry v Middlesbrough. Obviously, you as a Middlesbrough manager for a while, so it means a lot to Middlesbrough. They can get back into the Premier League. And another cracking game is Luton v Sunderland. Sunderland had such a great last game of the season, didn't they? They won 3-0, and the celebrations at the end for Coventry fans and Sunderland and Luton and Middlesbrough. It's going to be a nervy couple of games for those guys.
It is. I mean, Sunderland and Coventry, to get in the playoffs has been an absolute tremendous season. Tony Mowbray, and Mark Robbins. I mean, Tony Mowbray, they haven't had a striker all season. Ross Stewart, one of the best in the league, he'd been out nearly all season. And they've just had a group of 3 or 4 lads interchanging up there. So it'll not be straightforward. Luton and Middlesbrough obviously favourites. And I think we knocked a bit of stuffing out of Middlesbrough when we beat them at home because they were flying at the time. Yeah. And they've not been quite the same, but they've got probably the best team, Middlesbrough. But Luton have got that grit and determination, and that team that when you're in Arsenal and you want to go to Luton,
it's a tough one, yeah.
You get to the dressing room and you think,
I don't like this place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Neil, I must ask you as well about. I don't know if you heard, we're talking to Coral about the odds for the Champions League, and City still strongly fancied, and we want City to go through to the final, but it's still going to be tough, isn't it? 1-1 after the first leg.
It is, because Real Madrid. I thought City battered them last year when they lost, And I just think they find a way, don't they, in Real Madrid? In the Champions League, they find a way. I just hope they do. I hope they win it this year. I'd love it to do. I think what he's done in English football, he's got good players, but you still, you even with the top players, you've still got to have a system and a way. And they've been the best team I've ever seen in my career.
Yeah,
since Pep's been there. So I do hope they can get through, and it'll be nice.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, Neil, have a great weekend. Enjoy.
Thanks, Neil.
Who's going to win Eurovision? Because I know you're a big fan.
Alan, can I just say, I know Harry talked about it. I'm managing Sheffield United against Sheffield Wednesday on Sunday at the Olympic Legacy Park. It's for an ex-Sheffield Wednesday player, Tommy Spur. His son's Rio has got a rare form of cancer.
Oh, God.
And it's a 2:00 kick-off, and so anybody can get down.
Brilliant.
Much appreciate the support. But I haven't got a clue about Eurovision. I still your kisses full. I like that one, Al. Save all your kisses. You go around the kitchen, don't you?
I can see you in the dance floor in 1976, giving it large there. That little dance.
Don't forget our middle age now.
Neil, have a great weekend.
Cheers, Neil.
Cheers.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.